Hello, I am Brett from Bearded Studios, and today I'll be talking about Cleanup, ResetForScene, ResetAll, and ResetBufferClear. So, to go over it, I'm just going to start at Cleanup. Cleanup is a way for us to remove events that we're currently hooked into for every networked object. As you have noticed, you're able to use awake and start, update, fix update, and those are all Unity calls. And we used to have you override those functions within it, but now we don't do that anymore. And so what we do instead is we actually hook into events. That is our main thread manager, and those events just need to be unregistered before the object is destroyed or transitioned from one scene to the next, in case the main thread manager is destroyed during that process. So that is just what cleanup does. ResetForScene is a way for you to get objects ready to transition from one scene to the next. And by that I mean you can designate specific objects to persist from one scene to the next, and the rest of the objects would just get cleared, depending if they were not part of that list or the designated list. So as you would type this is not something you're going to necessarily need to call, because alternative is just doing networking, change client scene, and passing in the networker, the scene name, or doing that for a specific player, or just passing in the port in the scene name as well. And that also does the same thing of doing ResetForScene or ResetAll. That does both of them, as it does, setting the client to get ready to transition. And on the server, you can just do application load level, and then you can do your networking.change client scene over to where your next level is. So that's what ResetForScene does. ResetAll is pretty much the same as ResetForScene. As you can see, ResetForScene, I can pass in a list of simple network monobehaviors to skip, and that's my safe list of not getting destroyed, assuming that they are marked as do not destroy, and they will persist to the next scene. Whereas ResetForAll just pretty much does ResetForScene, but it does not take in any parameters. It just does everything, so it just removes everything out of there. And as it transitions to the next scene, you don't have anything persisting. It doesn't care. It removes all the networking that is underlying in that and gets you ready to get networked again on the next scene. So that's what ResetAll does. The ResetBufferClear, that is an internal call for us to determine if a buffer needs to reset itself so we can start instantiating. So as an example, let's say I instantiate an object and I destroy it later, and then a client joins in right after. I don't want to I mean, the server shouldn't tell the client to instantiate it, do all the RBCs or whatever the history of the object is, and then destroy it. It just ignores all that completely. So that's why we have a buffer clear. So say that object somehow is instantiating again using the same ID and parameters, then we reset it so that we can have its logic all up to date when another person joins. So it's like, oh, I'm here, and it goes based off that new logic that's in it. So that is what ResetBufferClear does. You're not going to call it, but I just wanted to explain what it does briefly. And that is it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below or send us an email. If you have any more in-depth questions for the people that have purchased Forge Networking, please send us an email or ask us on Slack or look at the wiki or Epic Join. We'll have more information. And that is it. Thanks for watching.